trunks, they ever ready. Assault and battery, if you scared, you never ready.
Okay, I'm back from Wrestlemania 29. The trip of a lifetime is what they called it, and it definitely was. I did a lot of things I would have never gotten to do if this trip did not take place. And I'm just going to go over the stuff I got from the time I arrived on Wednesday till the time I left on Tuesday, which was yesterday. So, oh yeah, the Mania videos. I'm going to do this video first, and so you guys know what I got, so I don't have to really explain. I'll put a little backstory towards it too, so expect this video to be a little bit longer than usual. But the Mania videos, I'm going to either upload 2 days at a time, like I can do Wednesday, Thursday together, and then Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all in one. Or I can do one by one. You guys, that last year I did one by one, and I thought that worked out pretty good. But I know a lot of people just do everything all together. But, I'll think about it. Just let me know if you guys have any preferences. Because to me, it doesn't matter. Because I think I have over 3 hours of footage. And I'm going to have fun editing it all together. So anyways, we came in on Wednesday morning actually. And we had plans to go to New York City the first day to a New York Rangers hockey game. It was the Rangers versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. And that was at like 7:30. So myself and Jay we had about 2-3 hours before check-in even. So we decided to go to Walmart and get, just check it out, see what was there. We got some groceries, which you'll see in the video. But I picked this DVD up, Wrestlemania 26 on Blu-ray. Reason being is I'm sure you guys heard it 100 times from me. DVDs are expensive here. And that was like $7.86, and I started marking out, and I'm like, why can't I live here? Why can't I have DVDs that are less than $10, let alone Blu-rays that are less than $10? So when I saw this, it was like the only one, I'm pretty sure, that I don't have WrestleMania on Blu-ray, so I'm kind of glad to get that out of the way. And so here was our ticket to Madison Square Garden. This is going to be the piece of paper that will live for me forever, being the first time in the Garden. Pittsburgh versus New York. While we were there, I guess they wanted to do what people call a whiteout, and what that is they give white shirts at the when you get your ticket buzzed, and everyone's supposed to put it on. So when they score, you get a sea of white people just going nuts, or you can always just like twirl it. I don't know. I didn't put it on. Let's just say that it was an extra large. They only had one size, so got that, and then. Also, because we were in the 200 section, it was a lot colder up there than it was on ground level. So I bought this hat just to keep myself from getting sick on the first day I was there, because you guys remember in Atlanta, I had to buy a hat for when it started raining on the Monday. Very, very, what's that word? Paranoid about getting sick on vacation. So I bought this New York Rangers winter hat. And then that was Wednesday. Thursday was the Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart signing, which was called a signing of a lifetime for a reason. And before that, myself and Nightmare 10, and Jade, obviously, we went to just Times Square, did whatever we did yesterday, and we walked by a gift shop, and we thought it would be a good time, since we had about an hour and a half before the doors actually opened, to just buy a couple things for our family and whatever. But for myself, I got this King Kong statue, him in the Empire State, and then I only wanted one of these, but they gave me two snow globes, has the New York stuff in there. So that was that, and we were carrying all this with us, as you'll see in the video. My hands were full. I had figures, I had a camera, I had my backpack, I had the stuff I bought. I was like a mess. It was so it was just hard to carry everything all at once. So we got in, and here's where I'm going to thank Mr. Wrestling 1980. We were at the back of the line. He came out of the elevator, and I kind of had to hit him in the back a couple of times for him to say hi to me. And he saw me, yo, Robbie, I was just looking for you, man. And then he's like, come in the front. He was like close to the front, so I thank him for that. We did a couple clips together, and I think he even uploaded a video of me and him doing a little promo for his channel. You can go to his channel for that. But what I got signed by Shawn and Bret, It was only supposed to be one autograph per person, and extra autographs for $75. And forgot to mention, these two magazines, as I made in the video, I was supposed to get signed, and you can see there's no autographs on them. And you're probably wondering, hey, why is there any autographs on them? Because I was so, what's the word, crazy, maybe a little excited, that I forgot the magazines in my suitcase. So I was hoping that they would have merch at the event, and they had the Bret Hart sunglasses, but they were already signed. But they had, High Spots was there, they had a table, and there was another, just an independent group there. They had a table there as well. This is for Sunday. I don't know why this just came out of it. Where's Sunday's pile? I have a pile for every single day. So they gave me this 8x10, and I ended up getting that signed by both Shawn and Bret. There's a funny story to this. I'm going to get to that in a second. So Shawn and Bret both signed this, and then Shawn signed the Classic Superstars Series 1, and then Shawn signed the Montreal Screwjob, finishing that up. So we're already at 2 Shawn Michaels autographs, which is what we technically had, and 1 Bret Hart autograph. Wait, what did I just say? No, we're at 3 Shawn Michaels autographs, right? Because Shawn signed the Montreal Screwjob, the Series 1, and the 8x10. So I got 3 Shawn Michaels autographs, and then I ended up buying this poster to Ravi from Bret the Hitman Hart. So I have 3 Shawn Michaels autographs and 2 Bret Hart autographs. I didn't pay $75 for it, though. What had happened was Mr. Wrestling had, I think it was 2 autographs from Shawn, and then 2 from Bret, 3 from Bret actually, so there's 5 already, 6. He had at least 7 things to get signed in total from everyone. So you could imagine what that table looked like, just filled with so much merch, and they were just signing whatever's on the table that had their face on it. And what had happened was this 8x10 was only supposed to be for Bret. Jade had it in her hand. She just put it on the table. Shawn took it, boom, slid it to Bret, and Bret signed it. And when I walked down the steps, as you're going to see in the video, she pulls me over. She's like, look, he signed it too. And I'm like, yes! And I was so happy. You'll see in the video how excited I was when I found out that he signed this. And so yeah, there's the 8x10. There, I'm going to need that for Saturday, which just goes here. So then you got this, and then Series 1, and of course the poster. And this is funny story, another thing. When I showed him this, I was like, can you personalize it to me? He's like, what's your name? I said, Ravi, R-A-V-I. His response, and I tweeted this, Matthew? I'm like, no, Ravi. Matt? I'm like, no, Ravi, R-A-V-I. He's like, Ravi. And then he repeated R-A-V-I. I'm like, yes. And it's funny because this isn't the first time I've heard a story where Bret totally gets a name wrong. I think it was Cole Cabana who said it. It's when he met him. He said something totally different. When he said Scotty, he said some other name. So I think he's got a rib going on. He just kills everyone with this. So that was Thursday. Friday, we woke up at 7:45 to leave the hotel at 9. I'm staying with a girl, so remember, that's why I'm waking up so early. Woke up at 7:45 to leave the hotel at 9:15 to be at MetLife Stadium at the WWE Superstore for about 9:30-ish. Got there around 9:30 and stayed in line for the Jim Ross signing. And it was 2 items per person. So I'm going to show you 2, and the 2 I'm going to show you in a bit. But I got this. And we were the first. Oh, no. Jade was second in line. I was third, and Phil was fourth. So that's how good we were. We were like right at the front. So I got that signed by Jim Ross, and he was commenting on this, saying he doesn't see this figure too much. He said that's a collector's item he got there. And I was like, yeah, thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jimmy. And then Jade got this card you got when you bought one of his products. We bought some spicy beef jerky, and it was pretty tasty. And then we also got the program and the encyclopedia signed. I'm not going to show you the encyclopedia, but I will show you the program because I have to go through that in a bit anyway. And then we went in the superstore just to like buy stuff. I bought the old gimmick teddy bear like I usually do. And they had a whole bunch of shirts there. I bought the event t-shirt for Wrestlemania 29. The front, there's the back. Not like I'm going to wear these. I don't think I've ever worn any of their shirts I bought at WrestleMania. Just one of those things to say, to pretty much say I was there. And like it says on the back of the shirt, I was there. And then this I bought for freaking Yay88. He sent me a special text saying, "Hey, Song Battery, can you pick this up for me at the WWE store? I'll pay you back." I said, "Sure, only if the payment comes faster than that Rey Mysterio figure you promised a couple years ago." On the back it says, "Too extreme for WWE." So that was the signing Friday morning. Friday evening, we went to Access. I'll show you the ticket here. I had a ticket to meet The Undertaker from 6 to 7:30. We got there at 5:15. The lineup was all around the building. And I'm not even kidding. So Jade and Ryan Falcone did not have VIPs like I did. They had to wait in the back of the line out in the cold. VIPs got to go in right away. So sorry, Jade, but whatever. I walked in, but my luck, I was pretty much last in line to meet The Undertaker. So I'm standing there, and then I see a guy looking at me, and he waves me over, and I'm like, "Me?" He said, "Yeah." I go up to him. He's like, "Oh, you can come butt me in line. I watch your videos." So thank you, and you guys are going to see it in the video. His name's Harry. I got Harry Judge is what I know him as on Facebook. But he has a Twitter as well, and I'm sure if you guys have been following me, I gave him a huge shout out for that. He was 29th in line, so there was about 28 people ahead of us. I was like, damn, my luck pays off right now. And when you met Undertaker, they gave you this lanyard with this card attached to it. What this card is for is that there's a code. There's a code on there. And what you do is you enter the code on WWE.com, and your professional picture of meeting The Undertaker uploads, and you get to see how it came out. Now this is, I'm sure a lot of you were waiting for this. Waited 2 years for this. Finally finished it off. The Undertaker, one of 100 autographed classic superstars. And he didn't say anything about it, but I did mark out a little bit when just watching him do the old swirls and just gliding the marker over it. It was like a life accomplishment. I just fulfilled right there. So while I was meeting Undertaker, Jade was in line to meet the man who pretty much made WrestleMania weekend, I think, for a lot of people. And that was, I'm just going to go through the program. Jade met Fandango, and then everything else, the autographs are in here and also in the encyclopedia, but I'm just going to go through this. We met 3MB altogether. You can see my profile picture on Twitter is of me and Jinder Mahal. So you got 3MB's autograph all there. And then Yoshitatsu. We just pretty much went whoever had no line. Got Yoshitatsu there. And I think that's it for that side. And then when you turn it upside down, you got the Hall of Fame side. We met a few Hall of Famers, including Mil Mascares from last year, Alberto Del Rio's uncle. You got his autograph there. And he speaks English. Who would have thought? Well, actually, I did kind of know because he did his speech. Couldn't understand it very well, but he was understandable. Met Harley Race. Got him signed there. That was a cool one to meet. I always wanted to meet Harley Race, but never got the chance to. And Jim Ross from that signing in the morning. Ross was what year? 2007. Yeah, here he is. And Jim Ross. Signed right at the bottom. So those are all the guys we met at Access. And that's Friday. Saturday, we went to Wrestle Con. And Wrestle Con was pretty sweet. It was like a huge wrestling expo. It was like a Comic-Con for wrestling fans. Everywhere you looked was wrestling. There was a live show going on like through a curtain, and then there was stands. There was even people selling bootleg WWE stuff. WWE got a hold of them. They got some legal letters going. They confiscated everything. It was pretty cool to see. Actually, I didn't even see it. It was cool to hear, I mean to say. Because I looked at it, I'm like, these guys had Bash at the Beach. They're selling little discs. I'm like, wow, you guys are just asking for trouble now. So the first thing, we walked into Wrestle Con, and it was like a lot of people there, like on Saturday especially. So the lineups were huge, and I kind of tried looking for people who were signing that I needed to get signed. And I saw Earl Hebner, and because I had this 8x10, I was like, oh, I might as well get Hebner to sign this. He signed this 8x10, kind of finishing that off since Gorilla Monsoon and Jose Lothario are kind of currently unavailable to sign my 8x10. And then, like I said, in the other picture, I got Earl Hebner to sign over the belt for the Montreal Screwjob. And only need Vince McMahon's going to sign right around the top. One day. And then there was, they called it the gimmick, classic gimmick, something with gimmick in the word. And what it was were guys who, no wait, that's something else. I just made that whole story up right there. It was called Classic Superstars is what it was called. And it was just a room full of guys who are classic superstars. And what you had to do is you had to buy a ticket outside the door and then they let you in. And luckily, there's lineups was huge. And like I would say, like I can't tell you how appreciative I am to those guys who watch my videos and recognize me because you guys make things so much more cooler and easier in my life. But one guy he worked there, and I mentioned him in the video like 5-6 times. He brought me right into the front and gave me two. I thought I broke that. 2 tickets, one to meet Bob Orton, and one to meet Jimmy the Superfly Snuka. So I got those 2 signed by them. And then from there, we were in block 5 to meet Hulk Hogan. And Hogan went on like a bathroom break for at least an hour. And when he was done, I got the Canada exclusive Hulk Hogan signed. And the Classic Superstar, this 2-pack signed by that. So when that was done, I only had one figure left, and that was George the Animal Steel, and he was signing from noon to 3. So by the time we were done meeting Hogan, it was around 1 o'clock. And so I got this signed by George the Animal Steel. We went to lunch. Everything was good. And Jade went to the hotel to sleep before the Hall of Fame. So with myself and a couple other guys, we went back to Wrestle Con. And that's when I got sick. When Jade's not with me to prevent me from buying stuff, I just kind of go nuts on everything. Walked right in there. I saw Cabana, and I bought his Cabana-Rama headband. I might just throw that on right now since we're in the process of this. Just got the Cabana-Rama headband. Got this centered. Okay, so I bought that and just told Colt how cool he was, whatnot. Then we went to across Cabana was the High Spots booth. Bought this. Ric Flair shoot interview from 2009 to 2013. And then Dynamite Kid, Matter of Pride. I heard great things about that, so I'm really looking forward to watching that. And then Davey versus Steen. Davey Richards versus Kevin Steen. 2-disc shoot interview. And then I went to another guy who was selling figures, and I saw this Shawn Michaels one. And it says $80 on this side. I looked at it. I said, eh. He said, I'll give you for $70. I said, okay. Wanted to pay credit. And he said, I only have cash, but it says sign, you can pay credit. And I was going to make him like bump the price down a little bit for the inconvenience, but I paid $70 for this, and I'm meeting Hulk Hogan in July for the 3rd time, so I'm getting to get him to sign right there and finish that one off. And that figure's rare too, 1 of 3,000, so I'm looking forward to possibly banking on that quite soon. And then Jade met Cabana too. I forgot to show this before. She got an 8x10, and then she also got a Carlito 8x10. And then the last thing I got was this t-shirt. Now a lot of you saying, oh, what's the big deal? It's just a $10 t-shirt, old WWF. But when I was a kid, when I was growing up, I had this t-shirt. And when I saw it, it brought back so many memories. I'm like, man, I got to have this shirt again. And I'm just going to leave it in this plastic just to look at it. I'm like, man, because that's a sweet t-shirt cover. Like, I don't know. I loved that t-shirt when I was growing up. I wish I still had it. But now I have it right there. So that was that. Hall of Fame, done deal. Next day was Sunday. I'm hitting 20 minutes. I gotta hurry up. Okay, so Sunday, I only had 2 guys to meet, RVD and Ultimate Warrior. Oh wait, no, there's more. Actually, 4 guys. Oops. We walked into Wrestle Con. Clearly, you can see there was a lot less people there compared to Saturday. I'm assuming because Access was that day, so a lot of people just spent all day at Access. And so I walked in, went right to the back, which is where a lot of the good guys were. And I was just standing in line out of there's a line up here, I'll stand there. And they said, and I thought the line was for RVD. And they're like, oh, if anyone wants to meet Lita, just come over here. And then it was literally like a step to the left. And I just stepped over to the left. And I was in the Lita line. I was literally next in line to meet Lita. So there's, I finished this magazine off. So it's signed by Lita and Trish. I told her that I saw her at the Hall of Fame. She looked really hot. And she said, oh, thank you. And then just talked about the Hall of Fame. Stepped over to the right, back in RVD line, and I was like 2 people ahead of me to meet RVD. And then I got this Classic Superstars signed. And I saw someone taking a picture with him, Alfonso, and Sabu all together. And I'm like, oh, sweet, there's a combo pack. Like, that'd be pretty cool, getting all 3 of them all signed together. And turns out that, I don't know if that guy paid, but they said if you want to do that, it's $25 per person, and you're looking at $75, plus $25 for that, so you're looking at $100 for all that. I said, I'll stick to the autograph. So I just got the autograph, got video footage. You guys will see that after. And then we met the Warrior, who was super cool, and it was supposed to be 1 item per person. So I finished this off. You can see I taped this together. I'm going to try fixing that. You see that? This thing right here. Finish this one off. That looks pretty sweet. And Warrior's such a cool guy. He asks you, what color, how do you want it signed, and whatever you want. Bought this 8x10. And then the Classic Superstars right here. This one I asked him if you could put Always Believe on there. You put Always Believe Ultimate Warrior. Now you can see there's 3 Warrior autographs here. And how this happened was I remember from Miguel's video that Warrior says he'll sign anything you want, you just put it in front of him. So halfway in the line, I'm like, maybe I should just buy an 8x10 just in case, because I'm keeping both of these autographs, so maybe Jade wants something. So I bought it, and I told Jade, you got to be smart with this, because the security guards are asking what you want to get signed. So you got to kind of hide this or hold on to it, but don't keep it in your hand the whole time. Just don't make it obvious. So she did, and they brought what they did was they bring a big table, a big rolling cart, and you put all your stuff on there, and the Warrior signs it, and then the security guard goes away to the next person. When the security guard went away, Mr. Warrior, can you please sign this 8x10 for me? Oh yeah, sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. And so he signed that, and then the picture, everyone knows the picture deal with the Warrior, where you take the picture and he asks you, do you like it? Do you want to take another one? The guy said 1 picture, me and Jade separate, and I'm like, Mr. Warrior, can we take a picture together? Oh yeah, sure, come here. And then he brought me and Jade together, and then we got a picture with them together. I was like, cool. And as soon as we were done meeting Warrior, right around the corner was Kurt Angle, and I finished this 8x10 off, which, and I asked him, I told him about the WWE thing. I'm like, listen, you're the only guy who everyone wants to see come back, have that last run. I'm like, Nash did it, Rock's doing it. I'm like, you deserve it more than any of these guys. And he's like, you're right. I'm going to come back soon, sooner than you think. Just hold tight. I'm going to be coming soon. And then this RVD 8x10, I forgot to mention. While I was waiting in line for Warrior, the guy who helped me out with the Classic Superstars ticket, he's like, hey man, I just wanted to give you this. I'm such a big fan of your channel. Thanks for all the videos you do. You keep me entertained. And it was a personalized 8x10 from RVD. I'm like, wow. I'm like, thanks, man. And I'm still looking for his he told me his Twitter, and it sounds so familiar, and it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember what it was. But if he watches this video, just say, hey, it's me, because I know who it is, or just tweet me if you know, because I'm sure you follow me. But that guy deserves all the thanks in the world from me. And then Jade wanted to meet the Iron Sheik and get a picture, so she got an 8x10 there, and then we got a picture with him together, and then they threw in this t-shirt. It says Team Shiki with a mustache. Let me see if I can try getting this mustache gimmick going. Oh, Team Shiki with the mustache. So That was Sunday, Wrestlemania day. I got the collector's cup, like everyone does. Paid a good 11 buckaroos for that. Monday was just New York Day. We went to the 9/11 Memorial, which was pretty crazy to see. I got this little rubber 9/11 Memorial rub band, and then this keychain. Says 9/11 Memorial on the back. Raw was great. I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys that. Tuesday, we went home. I came home, unpacked. I had a presentation to do, which I did on this, like the trip I went to, and now I'm here. So thanks, guys, for watching. I know it's a little bit long, but it's a lot of stuff, a lot of stories, and a lot of stories to come. And click 30, hashtag KLIQ30. Next year, myself, Miguel, and Steve, the band gets back together for WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans. And I'll see you guys then. Actually, not then. I'll see you guys before then. Next video.